aspirations are. I mean, I think that the phrase that women shall not be obliged by economic necessity to engage in labour to neglect their duties and so on and so forth is one which really annoys a lot of women very much. Not least because in fact it was always a dead letter. The state never actually did anything in any particular material way to support the fact that women have and had and continue to do an enormous amount, and to do an enormous amount as well, quite like you said, something that we talk about on a regular basis or rules of working at home. I think the real point of this particular change in the referendum is to say, look, women's role is everywhere. Women's role is wherever women want their role to be. Our minister actually said something like a woman's role is wherever she wants it to be, whether that's in the workforce or in education or in the home. And when he said that, I was thinking to myself, well, in fact, sometimes all three of those actually, and that's maybe something which needs a bit more recognition. But interestingly, I do want to say that I think this referendum as a package, as a whole, is as much about how we define a family as it is about women. And I think it is also about care, although I think it's also a bit of a missed opportunity on recognising the importance of the work of care, both paid and unpaid. So it's really quite a complex package which is being put in front of us. And I think probably for all kinds of reasons, a lot of people, and perhaps particularly women, would like to have seen a braver approach being taken, not least of care. And secondly, we did actually have a very strong demand for the insertion of a gender equality clause in the Constitution from a fairly recent constitutional convention on gender. And the government has avoided, if you like, has skirted around that possibility with the result that we're not even having a debate about it.
If I can I'll come back to that, but and I recognise that there is a complex package here on the table. We haven't even got to the change in the potential change in definition of family. But just to go back to Laura's point, and I'll come back to you, Laura. The idea then, this will be taking out how women are described. Why not therefore use the word woman and try and better describe women's roles rather than move to this family position, Alva?
I'm so sorry.
I'll go back to Laura in a moment, but just on one of Laura's points, why take out mention of women and actually make some of it more specific, or be add stuff to this rather than take out women and make it all about the family?
Well, because first of all, I mean, this article has never done anything very practical. Secondly, surely the work which is done with families in the home and that care work which is subsequently going to be recognised is something which would be shared between the partners.
constitutional standards are really important. Even if it's involved in order to be able to do so. As I said before, women should be think very carefully about this. This is the only reference to women in the entire Constitution. It says Constitution. Do you think they'd vote yes? No, they wouldn't. Do you think that they would say, I don't want legal status anymore? No, of course they wouldn't. If anything, we should be.
Why is this removing legal status?
If you're removing a constitutional amendment that particularly recognises.
But you've just admitted that it didn't do very much. Why does it remove legal status?
Well, what I meant is constitutional status. So I apologise on that error. So no man would vote to reduce their constitutional status. Nobody. No, they would never look to erase themselves. This is very important. It's the only reference to women. And whatever aspirations other people might have, we know that caring duties still remain within women, whether it's on hands-on or whether it's delegated. And it's, the role of women, mothers and wives now is in fact, I think, incredibly important. It's in fact more difficult now than it was 100 years ago. Because I remember even the first time, the superstition in relation to the